Hi, I'm Emily. I'm here at Luss Highland Games up on the banks of Loch Lomond. So here today in Luss you'll see heavy events behind me on the games field. We've also got a lot of the local clans that have come together to form a clan village, which often you don't see at Scottish Games. So it's Clan Colquhoun who organise the games and who have the estate here in Luss. But they've been joined by clans such as Buchanan, McFarlane, Graham, McEwen, and so they all have a clan battle that they've been taking part in today. So I've got some clips to show you of that, the Tug of War among other events. And then there's also some traditional Highland dancing, athletics, lots of different events. So yeah, I'll take you around and we'll see what we can explore today.
I'll pass over to Patrick, Chieftan of the Games, to tell us more.
Patrick Colquhoun, I'm the younger of Luss. I'm the Chieftan of the Luss Highland Games. I am the 28th of Colquhoun. My dad is current clan chief. My job is really to oversee the Highland Games every year. It's a role that my dad passed to me about 5 years ago. Every year we march up from the pier in the village of Luss, which is over there, and we come in through the gate here and into the field, and we open the games. The Highland Games have been on every year since 1875, so it's one of the oldest Highland Games in Scotland. Traditional heavy events, weightlifting. Obviously the clans have a representation here as well, but mainly the focus is on the athletic side of competition. And obviously, as you can see, sometimes when the weather is good, we get a really good attendance, and lots of people come up from Glasgow for the day. So always one of the best attended games in Scotland as well. So it's a role I'm really proud of, and something I'll probably continue to do until I'm ready to hand over to my son, who is 10 years old.
As Patrick explained, the day begins with the march of the clans from the village of Luss to the Highland Games field. The first Luss Highland Gathering was held in 1875 and has been held annually since. It owes its inception to the enthusiasm of local farmers and sportsmen, all of whom were members of the Luss Company of Dumbartonshire Volunteers. The gathering was held for 3 years in the field north of the River Luss, but as it became more popular, the site was changed to the larger field on the south side, where it is still held today. In the early days, the gathering was naturally held for the people of Luss, with farmers and shepherds from the surrounding glens making their way to the village, not by the modern methods of today, but on foot, horseback, or even in farm carts or carriages drawn by 2 or 4 horses. On arrival at the ground, all vehicles were parked in a circle round the roped enclosure. Therefore, the occupants had a comfortable seat and a good view of the sports field. From its inception, the Luss Highland Gathering has been favoured by the patronage of Clan Colquhoun, whose family residence is in the parish of Luss. By tradition, the chief of the Clan Colquhoun is generally the chieftain of the Luss Highland Gathering. The first was Sir James Colquhoun, followed by Sir Alan Colquhoun, who in 1923 was succeeded by Sir Ian Colquhoun, Lord Lieutenant of Dumbartonshire. Sir Ian is described as one of the most distinguished Scotsmen of his day. He had a great love of Highland culture in every form. A memorial cairn erected in honour of Sir Ian stands at the entrance to the games field. Sir Ivor Colquhoun was a worthy successor to his father, and from 1949 to 1982 was chieftain. Sir Ivor, the 30th chief of Luss and 32nd of Colquhoun, was the longest serving clan chief of Colquhoun, having succeeded to the title almost 60 years ago. From the 1982 gathering, Sir Ivor decided to retire and nominate his son, Malcolm Colquhoun, younger of Luss, as chieftain of the games and also patron of the Clan Colquhoun Society. Following the death of Sir Ivor Colquhoun in 2008, he was succeeded by his son Malcolm, who's married to Catherine, and they have 3 children, Patrick, Fergus and Georgina. Sir Malcolm retired from the Luss Highland Games in 2019 and nominated Patrick as chieftain of the games, whilst retaining his position as 31st chief of Luss. When entering the games, you walk over a lovely stone bridge crossing the River Luss. before following the path into the main entrance. The bridge is actually a fantastic viewpoint for watching the Highland Dance competition, which was just about to start on the event field below. On entering the games, this is where I headed first and was lucky enough to see some of the youngest participants competing, all looking fantastic in their dancer tartans. I was also very impressed at how organised the parents all were, with pop-up tents ready to camp out in between competitions and to hide away from the rather bleak weather. On the main events field, the morning started with a sheepdog display herding some hilarious Indian runner ducks who stole the show with their assault course and were a big hit with the children. Next up were Clan and Drumma, Scotland's premier tribal band, to get the crowd going. Originally founded by Joe Kilna Mackenzie, who sadly passed away in 2010, the band have continued to bring Scottish tribal music to a worldwide audience. As I sat watching the events take place, I met Robert and Andrew Cowan, who've been attending the games for the last 22 years and are proud members of Clan Colquhoun. Andrew had put together an impressive outfit featuring the traditional great kilt and a homemade targe, so here he is to tell us more.
It's a Scottish bonnet, it's a targe. This dirk is in place of a sword that would sit here, and this dirk would be on this side. That's a sporn, plaid, and the rest of the kilt.
The skein do for sharpening pencils.
And the skein do.
Oh, perfect. And how was it that you made the targe then?
Well, just a piece of MDF. MDF, leather from a city, and this actually is from a Polish deer.
Oh, okay.
So why we couldn't get a Scottish deer, I don't know. But it came from Poland.
Next I headed to the Clan Village, a unique feature at Luss Highland Games, not often seen at the Scottish Games, however a very large part of the games taking place in North America. I was lucky enough to meet up with our friend Caroline Colquhoun, genealogy and DNA advisor for Clan Colquhoun International Society, who told us all about the clan gathering taking part surrounding the games.
Hi Caroline, it's lovely to meet you here again at Luss Highland Games. So can you start by telling me how you first got involved with the Clan Society?
Hello Emily, it's good to see you again. I first got involved because I was doing genealogy for my husband. And then DNA stuff for him, and we decided that we would go because the clan chief was going to be at Stone Mountain, Georgia, to have dinner with the chief, and that's how we got involved. Once we met the Colquhoun family, we knew that we were at home. So I've continued to work for them, and I was part of planning today's event with the inter-clan participation. And I think everyone's having a good time. I certainly hope so.
Yeah, so this is the clan gathering, and this is of course your homeland here at Luss. So the games have always been very much connected to the clan, haven't they?
They have been. In Scotland, usually it's one clan per Highland Games, maybe two at the most, but in America, I mean, the more the merrier. We have 65 in our Central Florida Games. This time we decided to cooperate with the Loch Lomond clans that have been historic neighbors, so that's why there are so many of us here at the Luss Highland Games today.
Yeah, like you say, it's not so common to see such a clan village, is it? Yeah, so what else have you been doing as part of the gathering then?
Well, we had a cocktail reception at the Buchanan Castle, thanks to the Grahams last night, and today we'll be doing inter-clan Highland Games, mini games against the other clans.
Yeah, battle of the clans.
And then tonight we'll all go and scrub up, and we'll get on our long gowns, and we'll go out for a fine dinner, and then we'll be done.
Yeah, maybe some ceilidh dancing?
Well, there will be some dancing, but I'm not sure it'll be ceilidh dancing, because most of us who will be there to do the dancing do not know how to do the ceilidh dancing.
Okay. Oh, so something to learn for the future.
Right. But we did do a wonderful boat tour on Friday. I've been here several times and never been out on the boat, and it was wonderful.
On Loch Lomond?
I recommend the boat tour on Loch Lomond. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, and so how many times have you been to Scotland then?
5.
5. All for clan gatherings?
5 so far.
Yes, yeah, many more trips planned for the future.
We never know. I never suspected I'd be here 5 times already.
Yeah. And Where else in Scotland have you been to explore then?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
The only thing, we bypassed the Orkney Islands, and we're going to go back and get it.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
I want to go to Scarabray.
Oh,
I've always
yes.
been fascinated by that.
Yeah.
So I want to do that. Last time we were here, we went to Harris and Lewis and the Outer Hebrides, and that was
fantastic.
fabulous.
Yeah, yeah.
But
very
we've been
special.
around the outside edges and up the middle, so
Yeah, you feel like you've seen a good
We've seen
portion
a-
of it.
yes, we've had. This will be our third time of touring.
Right.
We've
Yeah.
seen lots of castles and fine homes and ruins.
Yes. And so obviously you've travelled yourself from Florida, but where else have people travelled to be here this week?
Well, California, Canada, Arkansas. I don't know where the rest of them
Yeah,
came from, to tell
yeah.
you the truth.
Yeah, so how many people roughly got together for the gathering this year then?
There were close to 100.
Oh wow, that's very impressive, yeah. I guess there'll have been a lot of people who've been disappointed not to see each other the last few years, so...
Oh, well, everybody's just so happy to be back in
Yeah.
business again.
Yes, yeah, it must feel like a big family reunion.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah. And what does it mean to you to be part of Clan Colquhoun then?
Oh, well, I mean, it's been a wonderful association. It's been a lot of fun, but it's also about people. I mean, it's the people you meet, like yourself,
Thank you.
that make the whole thing worthwhile.
Yeah.
It's very fine people involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what's your next event that you're looking forward to as part of the clan then? Any games?
We'll be in
or
Fergus,
something?
Ontario
Oh yes, yeah.
in August,
Yes.
so y'all come.
Yeah, well we'll look forward to hopefully seeing you there.
As well as Clan Colquhoun, other prominent clans historically found in the Loch Lomond area were invited to take part in this year's games. Next, I went to see Clan Buchanan. In 2018, Michael Buchanan was confirmed as Chief of the Name and Arms of Buchanan by the Lord Lion King of Arms, head of the Lion Court in Scotland. He's the first chief of the clan in over 340 years, and this October will see the clan gather to celebrate the investiture of a new chief. I spoke with Lucy, the Miss Buchanan of Buchanan, to tell us more.
Hello, I am the Miss Buchanan of Buchanan, or just Lucy. I'm here at Luss Highland Games 2022, and I'm really happy to be here in front of my clan tent.
Yeah, and are you looking forward to the inauguration coming up later this year?
Yeah, I've been really looking forward to the inauguration with my family. It's honestly amazing how many people are coming from overseas and how much these events can bring the clans together. So it's been a lot of work, but I think it'll be really rewarding.
Yeah, perfect. And what can people look forward to as part of that event then?
So the inauguration, obviously there'll be the inauguration of my father, but other than that there'll be Scottish dancing, there'll be a lot of different sports events like caber tossing and stone throwing, I don't know what they're called, and lots of very Scottish stuff to look forward to.
Yes, and you've been taking part in the clan challenge today, and I hear that you beat some of the boys.
I beat some of the boys at the, I don't know what it's called, it's a tossing of the straw sacks.
Okay,
So,
yes.
yeah, they didn't let me onto their team, but you know, next
so you've
time.
been practicing, you're going to lead the way next time.
I will lead the way next time.
Fantastic.
The other clans in attendance were McEwen, McFarlane and Graham. Between the 5 clans, a clan battle was taking place, which had involved a quiz on the Friday evening, as well as various mini Highland game events during the day. My personal favourite was Hunt the Haggis, but I think the Tug of War brought in the largest crowd. The commander of Clan McEwen is Sir John McEwen, an actor, writer, smallholder and husband, father of 4 and resident of Berwickshire, also home to ScotlandShop headquarters.
Hi, I'm John McEwen and I'm the commander of Clan McEwen, and we are here as a part of this Loch Lomond group of clans. We're slightly less Loch Lomond connected than other clans because we're really a Loch Fyne clan, but when we were scattered in the 15th century, a lot of us came to Luss and the Loch Lomond area. So we're having a really nice time with the Colquhouns and the McFarlanes and the Grahams and the others, and it's just a really enjoyable time at Luss Games.
Fantastic. And it's just been the battle of the clans, so how do you think your clan has been doing?
Well, we did fantastically well in all the different games, and then the Tug of War came along And we were doing it. We don't have very many people, so we were doing it together with the Buchanans, and we fought so hard. But the McFarlanes, if you see them, they're absolutely enormous. There were 5 of them, and they were all about as big as a barn. And so we did very, very well to hold them off for a good 5 minutes. But unfortunately, their extra bulk prevailed in the end.
Yes.
But we were also in the clan quiz challenge last night, which we came first equal at.
Okay.
So all the scores are being added up, and we're going to find out who's the champion later on.
Yes. So what else is going on as part of this weekend then?
As part of this weekend, just general, the Highland Games has always got the same format basically, with dancing and piping and throwing heavy things around, and red running.
Yes.
So that's all been building up for Thursday and Friday, with just general gatherings and meetings and small competitive elements with all these clans, just getting to know each other a bit more, and bringing the whole clan system into the 21st century.
Absolutely. And so you yourself are actually based just outside of our hometown of Duns. So yes. So
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did your own family get from being in this area down to somewhere like Duns?
Well, my family's only been in Duns, the Duns area, since 1912, and so
only since 1912.
Well, you say that, and people say, well, you're not really a borderer. Well, it's true, we're not really borderers. We came from Loch Lomond down to Ayrshire in the early 17th century, or maybe the 16th century, and then my great-grandfather bought a property in Berwickshire in 1912. So I've been in that. My family been there since then.
Yeah.
But really, we're kind of think of ourselves as kind of Ayrshire family.
Okay.
But with Argyllshire roots.
Yeah, fantastic. That's great.
But we're very, as the director of Duns Playfest, which was supported by ScotlandShop this year, which was very, very helpful and kind of us, of you. We are all proud that ScotlandShop is in the vicinity, and now also in New York.
Yes.
As we know.
Yeah, thank you. And are you looking forward to taking part in our local Reivers Week next week?
Reivers Week?
Yes, in Duns
Absolutely,
next
yeah.
week.
Yeah, we'll be.
Yeah.
We won't be actually having. I might have an official role when the Reivers party comes to Gaventon on Wednesday.
Okay, fantastic.
I think I'm going to be greeting them and giving them prizes and things.
Oh, fantastic. Have you ever been part of the ride-outs yourself?
Never been a part of the ride-outs. I'm really more of a Greenlaw person than a Duns person.
Okay, yeah, so you celebrate with Greenlaw
Yeah,
then?
it was kind of slightly more Greenlawy, but we're trying to get into it, and my daughter was part of the Reivers Court not long ago.
Okay, fantastic.
And I think the kids will be having fun at Reivers Week.
Yeah, amazing. That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Not at all, thank you.
Although Clan Hunter didn't have a tent on the day, their chief, Madam Pauline Hunter, was in attendance along with Clan McFarlane, who went on to win the clan battle.
Hello, I'm here at the Luss Highland Games. We're having a great time. I'm one of the chiefs here present. I'm Madam Pauline Hunter of Hunterston, Chief of Clan Hunter. We're having a wonderful time. We've joined the McFarlanes and we're all watching these great games go ahead, which is between all the different clans that are present here. Everyone's got a team and they're all competing against each other, and there'll be a cup and presentation later tonight.
Yeah, and I know yourself as a clan, you're getting ready to host your own gathering later this year.
Yes, we're having at Hunterston Castle, because we're one of those clans that do have a castle. We're hosting our own gathering in September alongside the Largs Viking Festival, which is the last place in Britain where the Vikings tried to take over Scotland, but were soundly thrashed.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so everyone needs to come and take part in that event too.
Yeah, the Largs Viking Festival is a great event, and I encourage you all to come and visit.
Fantastic.
After spending a great time with all of the clans, I headed back to the main games field to see what else was taking place. On my way, I spotted someone busy preparing to take part in the solo piping competitions. As well as traditional heavy events, races for both adults and children, I came across Tilt the Bucket, an event for teams of 2, where one is in the barrel and one is there to push. Much like practicing jousting, the object is to pass a pole through a hole in a wooden board. Easy? Well, the hole is actually very small and an error will leave you soaking, as you can see here. A few minutes later, I did see a couple successfully complete the task, but sadly missed that on camera. Not as exciting as seeing someone get soaked though. All in all, I had a fantastic day on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond, and despite a few downpours throughout the day, spirits were high. As my first game since the pandemic, I really enjoyed seeing everyone getting the chance to come together and celebrate once again. Remember to share stories from your own Highland Games with us, and subscribe to our channel for more Highland Games stories.